I've done spiritual direction with and am good friends with many people who are single. They're not married, they're not a priest, they're not a sister, they're not a lay minister in the church. They're simply Catholic, they work in the world, have never been married. And oftentimes they'll ask me, do I have a place in the church? Do I have a vocation? I always say, absolutely. So again, going back to our first reflection, just simply by the virtue of baptism, each one of us has been called by Christ to a life of holiness, service, and goodness in the church. And single people are certainly not out of place in the mystical body of Christ. So there are certain people that don't fit in to any of those categories that we've reflected on: marriage, priesthood, consecrated life. And we need people that are simply living in the world as dedicated disciples of the Lord, who have not felt called to any particular specific vocation that we've named, but their vocation is to simply be Catholic, to be a disciple of Jesus. And oftentimes they will find themselves in positions at work or in friendship or at home where they really become the bridge for someone else to find the Lord. So if we think of a priest as a bridge or a point of connection between God and humanity, we realize that by virtue of baptism, all of us are called to be those bridges, to be those points of connection. So the work that single and lay people do in the world, no matter what it is, if it's authentically human, it's also contains within itself the potential to be authentically holy. The work we do, the lives we live, the virtues we embrace, the friendships we foster, and the relationships we build all become vehicles for us to give ourselves to God and to give evangelical witness to others of Christ's love for them and that call to holiness. So I just say to all the single people of our diocese, thank you for your vocation. Thank you for being faithful to Christ. And if you feel sometimes that you don't fit in to your parish or to the church or your community because you're not married, you're not a priest, you're not religious, know that you fit in. Know that you are welcome. Know that you are essential to the life and mission of the church. And you don't have to be anything other than who you are to become a saint. Just become fully who God has called you to be right here, right now, in the specifics of your life.